founder of the Psychic News Network. What's up? Let's turn some of these on. It's a little better. Hang on. How you doing? What's new? I was looking forward to being with you all tonight because it's my birthday and I get to celebrate with you. I mean, it's like nobody else cares, but I think you guys do. And for that, I am mighty appreciative. I hope you had a great day. It's been kind of an overcast, a little rainy, but we need the rain. Yes. Oh, me and your sister share the same birthday. A lot of people have this birthday, it seems. Yay, thank you. Live from Montreal, thank you. How are you doing? So today, what I mostly did today was a blanket thank you. What I mostly did today was I mostly wrote. I'm a crazed writer. I can't stop writing. And so I wrote a long Substack. Please subscribe to it. Please don't let all this hard work be in vain. Go to @Annette Dion on Substack. And please, and I see all your beautiful happy birthdays, and thank you. Just know that I see them. And I appreciate it. You want me to live to be 100 years old? I don't know, that doesn't sound too fun. But there'd have to be major advancements in let's say, nutrapharmaceuticals and anti-aging technology. But then, I think heaven's probably a beautiful place, so Earth is just a school. So, what a weekend! What a very active weekend. The Substack that I wrote was regarding, I am having a really hard time with that Donald Trump went to Notre Dame. That really, of all the things that we have been disturbed by, thank you, Betty. Of all the things that have been so disturbing about him, believe it or not, that one got me the most. Let me get rid of this call. That really got me the most. Him showing up at Notre Dame, there was just something about the profane setting foot in the sacred that he just doesn't get it. He's Putin's plaything. He's Putin's toy. So that was really upsetting. And then yesterday, Assad was taken down and ran to take cover. Assad ran to take cover with Putin. We're probably going to read on Trump got booed in the cathedral. Somebody said no one wanted to be near him. Please read my Substack because it's about that. Profane. Just abject lack of decency and decorum. And Barbara, I was just about to say that Assad might not even be safe in Russia. I think we want to read on that. Zelensky got cheers. So they were actually cheering in the cathedral. What I said in my article that I wrote was that I was very distraught, that I looked forward to watching the ceremonies, and now I can't, and I probably never will. Psychics have gotten gun shy about what they're saying on YouTube. I don't care. I mean, I'm not saying I don't care about the other psychics. What I'm saying is I don't care if anybody knows that I'm, reading cards about the political, situation. People are booing Trump outside the cathedral. He doesn't care. Thank you, Maria, for the birthday gift. Yeah, thanks. I mean, I can only tell it like it is. I can't lie to save my life, and I do this work because I feel called to do this work. And I'm 30 plus years into doing this work, and I just have to do what I do, right? And today, when I found myself writing another Substack because it's just making me like, I need to write about this. I mean, it's healthier to write about it. It's healthier to talk about it. And that's why we get together, because we need to talk about what's going on. I mean, for us to sit around going, oh, well, you know, it doesn't bother me. I was at the witch store in Salem today. Thank you, Ken. Let's have a bell for all you generous people out there. I just got this from eBay. You ready? It's my ugly. It's not so ugly. It's kind of cute. It's my ugly Christmas vest. It's just astounding. It's just astounding. Anyway, so I went to the witch store today. Which they wanted me to tell you, it's the oldest witch store in the country. And so what I did was I bought myself, well, not only, I got this off of eBay. You see the little bears and stuff and the reindeer? Aren't they cute? We're being festive. And then I bought this. And it was a splurge. But they told me at the witch store that I'll be working at in the near future, doing readings and stuff, that it had been in the store for about 5 years and they found it. It had been stashed somewhere, so it's really charged. That's what I did today. And then I went to see my mom, who's really struggling. So please send lots of vibes to my mom. Good positive vibes. Her heart is breaking, so we're having a tough time with that. But we're all here. This stone, it's a moonstone with the goddess symbol and a piece of amethyst. And it was, it's kind of expensive, but I got a big discount. And these are earrings that are called Courage, right? Handmade, and there's a little, I don't know if you can see it. It's like a little witch hat with the warding off the evil eye symbol. And just to kind of break down my day, I went to see my mom just a few minutes ago, and she was distraught. She was going through, my dad's still with us, but he's in the nursing home. We don't know how long he has, but she was going through a box of his old stuff. So thank you for sending healing. It makes a huge difference. So she had this box of stuff out, which set her off. And this is my dad's. I sing. And I actually wore it so I would remember to ask you all to donate to my. It says something about music is love, music is love, music is love. Yes, these are high quality stones for sure. They weren't cheap. And this is the Benevolent Protective Order of Elks. My dad was an elk for many years. He's still with us. And this is, I don't know what this is, but it's a children pin, and I just loved it. So, what I want to ask you about singing is that I need amplification for Church of Spirituality for my vocals, and we're into December, and I really want to be able to amplify my vocals because I have this baby grand piano and I have hardwood floors, and it's kind of loud, so I'm looking to buy a PA, and it's $700. So I'm asking for people if you can donate, and just I'm not going to talk about any appointments for the so-called Trump administration, just so you know. If you want to send a donation and you want to specify that it's for the amp, that would be great. I will probably go ahead and purchase it, and then if people donate, then I'll be reimbursed, and that would be really wonderful. Church of Spirituality yesterday was really something special. I don't know what I'm channeling, but when I watch my sermons, I don't even remember what I really said, and it's really important messages. Oh, you can donate by sending me a check to my P.O. box, which is in the description. And if you have any trouble finding that, just email me, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. I would really, really appreciate it. I think it's going to be great to have amplification. So that's why I wore my dad's pin. This is I sang. He sang barbershop for years. And as I said, he's still with us, but, fading. And they've been married 64 years, and it's just like, whoa. That's a big, big, big. Can't think of a huger change in life than that kind of thing. So, yes, you can do. Yeah, PayPal's fine too. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, my dad was very involved in singing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And last night I watched, I'm trying to watch fun, even Christmas cartoons. I admit it. And last night I came across John Denver's Christmas with the Muppets, and it was really something sweet and special. And it just reminded me of like my dad would always listen, growing up, he'd always listen to John Denver, and I got really, really into John Denver, and I know John Denver songs by heart, a lot of them. And so just, that's what inspired me to sing and write songs. Okay, and I watched Frosty the Snowman, and I watched Santa Claus is Coming to Town with my niece, and we put a tree up. Thomas dad joke time. We're going to pull some cards. I swear we are. And actually we have over 200 people in the chat already. In attendance. I don't know if you're all in the chat. Probably not. Country Roads is a favorite, yeah. I love John Denver to pieces. I thought he was so talented. Yeah, when we have 25 more people that hit the thumbs up, we'll do a group hug. And we'll do a group hug about a massive movement, just putting our thoughts into a massive movement to overthrow the authoritarianism that's attempting to run the United States of America. And Grandma's Featherbed, yeah, good John Denver song. We lost John Denver way too soon. And yesterday was the anniversary of, speaking of John, the anniversary of the death of John Lennon, his assassination. And I have a song, while I'm talking about it, I have a song, go to netdionmusic.com. It's called Shine On, and it's about JFK and John Denver and John Lennon, these Johns that made history and inspired us to be better people. Okay. Oh, we reached it. So let's do a group hug and then we'll jump into the cards. Thank you so much for all the happy birthday wishes. Like I said, this is it for me. This is my celebration is here with you. We're going to do a group hug. That the movement that's sweeping the globe hits America and we wake the hell up and we do something and we stop this fascist regime from taking over our country. Okay? Does that sound like a worthwhile goal? It does to me. 1, 2, 3. Feel the uprising of American citizens that are sick of our democracy being attacked, including us. And for all the people that are struggling through the holiday season with loneliness and missing people. Thank you. Can you feel it? I think you can feel it. Good to see you, Kleiny. You made it. Thank you for the donations. Look, I'm getting up there. I already have $100 I'm going to put towards the PA. We're going to pull 3 cards on Vladimir Putin. Yes. As far as birthday messages, if you all have a birthday, I just want you to know that I never, ever, 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 anyone who's had a reading with me can attest to this. I never, ever, ever have any interest at all in chronological age. You'll never hear me talking about it. You'll never hear me making a big deal out of it. You just food for thought. Thank you, Kalani. We're pulling 3 cards on Vladimir Putin and how he's doing right now. Please share my Substacks. They're important messages, and they're part of this whole movement, contributing to this whole movement of things shifting towards democracy. Thank you, thank you. Putin, 8 of Pentacles. He's, okay, so what Putin is doing is, we're going to see Putin getting kind of This is what happens when authoritarian dictators start to feel threatened. They start cracking down. Like, look at what happened in South Korea. So what we're going to see with Putin is an attempt to crack down on the Russian people. The magician and the Hierophant means he's going to get really like, I see Putin getting really like, oh, I'm going to be tough. I'm going to be, you think we should call him Vladimir Putin? We call him Putin. When we fight, we win, right? So I'm feeling Putin being like getting into this like, that's it. This is what we're doing. We're going to take charge like that. Which means he's scared. Hey, Gloria. I see the magician. So he's trying to, Putin is trying to, this is interesting because I'm getting this wave of he's really weak. We saw John Denver live in Tulsa. I'm so jealous. I do see him attempting to crack down because he's a little bit freaked out. Now, I'm also getting a message that when Prigozhin, who Putin offed, we all know that, after the fact. Prigozhin, when he was attempting to have a coup and overthrow Putin, and I thought at that time that was going to be it, because I'd always seen the people overthrowing Vladimir Putin. Time is, hard to predict, like when. But Putin got nervous then, which is why he made sure that he offed Prigozhin. Oh, nightclubs and other public places are being raided. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That's in alignment with what I'm saying, to gather more soldiers. We're going to see a whole nother sort of a surge of that kind of thing. When Putin gets frightened, he doubles down. Is Assad really in Russia? I kind of feel like he is. Are you guys getting buffering? Let me know. Let me know if there's any Wi-Fi problems. Is Assad really? I think he went to Moscow. I'm getting no also. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying you were getting no about that. I'm not really. The connection is fine? Okay, thanks. I want to turn the light up a little bit. It seems kind of dark in here. I want you to be able to see. Okay, good. Thank you. Is Assad is he in Russia? I don't feel like he's in Russia. I'm not getting that he's in Russia. Let's read on Assad. That was quite a thing, right? I'm just noticing. The other thing that I have is I have my dad's Navy ring. I gotta figure out how to get Innocent Potato back in here. And Cheryl. So if you're out there, you two, Cheryl, Clark, and Darren, hi. Love you all. I'll figure it out. If you maybe resubscribe, it might help. I miss you. I miss seeing you in the chat. I'll see what I can do. We've got people that were in the chat regularly that got knocked off. I don't know. I don't know. You know how it goes for me. 4 or 5 years doing PNN on YouTube, my number of views doesn't go up. Barely it does. And that's a lot of time for my number of views to not go up. I try not to let it make me crazy. Assad. I'm pulling 3 cards about Assad. That is an entire horrible family that have caused so much suffering. I mean, I really do feel like the American people, obviously, clearly, understandably, have no idea how good we've had it. Because, I mean, there are women and children imprisoned by Assad that got freed. And I heard that they don't even know what their names are. It's unbelievable. And he launched a chemical attack on his own citizens. Then you have Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, let's read on her tonight, too. So this is about Assad. Trying to build, yeah, this is the second time I get this. Interesting. The Eight of Pentacles keeps coming up. Let me ask my guides what the Eight of Pentacles, okay. What I'm getting about the Eight of Pentacles is it feels like they had more money than they do now. Putin and Assad. I feel like some agency is going after their. I feel like they got kneecapped in the money department. Yeah, horror stories coming out about those poor people. Absolutely unthinkable, unspeakable. I completely freak out when people in America are like, for instance, no, we can't help Ukraine. Oh, we want Putin. We want Putin to be. We want a dictator. You know, the people in America. It's like, I think you've been a little too sheltered. They're trying to. Putin and Assad are trying to make a. This is about building something new. By the way, the reason I put my Stop Project 2025 flag back up is because we're still in this mode, people. We're still in this. We're stopping it. I cannot believe, and I really want to know how you all feel about this too. I cannot believe that I'm hearing people, because I'm not watching the news anymore, so I'm sure they're doing it on the news, and Kristen Welk, or whatever her name is, Meet the Press. I don't care to pronounce her name correctly. I can't stand the woman interviewing Trump and pretending like, oh yeah, if I hear president-elect again, if I hear people like, I didn't see it, but John Flannery, who's doing short YouTube videos, and he's been on a cruise, and people recommended that I watch him. He's been on a lot of the news shows in the past. I think he mentioned one of the major newspapers were saying something about Trump being at Notre Dame, like he was looking, like really strong in some way. Screw them. Screw the mainstream media. They need to, I feel a rant coming on. There's nothing cool at all. Well, first of all, there's nothing cool. -0 about Donald Trump, that's for sure. So they're calling him president-elect. Not my president. He's not my president. That's not part of my reality. I am not going to let that be part of my consciousness. I am so upset that all these news channels are talking about him as if it's quite okay that he walk into our White House and it's quite okay for him to take down our country. It's not freaking okay. Can I get a witness? We have a dad joke. I need a dad joke. I do need a dad joke. And I need chocolate cake later with a candle. I'll do that. What reindeer bullied Rudolph the most? Olive, the other reindeer. You still haven't called him names. It's not just me, right? Why are we? I mean, the rest of the world has got. The rest of the world must be looking at us like, are you? You know. But what my Substack today is entitled is, "Does America deserve to fail?" And the answer to that question right now, I hate to say it, is if we don't wake the hell up. Yeah. If we're really just going to sit on the couch and be like, oh, okay, bring on the authoritarians. And if you read Alexa Navalny's book that I'm listening to on Audible, and one of my viewers, Tara, so sweet. Tia, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call her Tara. Tia sent me the book, so thank you. Don't worry that I'm correcting your spelling. It's just the teacher in me. Okay? Can we just start here? We're not going to talk about him as if he's our president-elect. He's a freaking mess. He's unfit to even make fries at McDonald's. It's not okay. Maybe it can start here. Why are the Dems so quiet? What do you want them to do, Michelle? Just, I'm not being flippant. What do you want the Dems to do? Just curious. So where's Assad? Somebody put up there that he's in Belarus. I didn't get that he's in Russia. Is Assad in Belarus? Is that where he ended up going? I kind of feel like he's in Belarus. Do something you feel like nothing's being done. I want to ask you this question in general. Rose Blue, you have to read my Substack. You'll laugh at part of it. She's saying I'm surprised that the holy water didn't do what? Didn't boil. It may have. Do you remember the day that Biden stepped aside and let Kamala run, which was the right thing to do? Because she did better than Biden would have done. And speaking of rants, I ranted about how I had just, like, Grassroots of Democracy, our organization had flatlined. Nobody was coming to the meetings. Everybody lost interest except a handful of people, which is why I shut it down. But now we do it on Thursday nights right here. And I was so upset. Not about me personally, but I was so upset that so many Americans were just kind of like, and I'm not saying you're doing this, Michelle, I was just so upset that so many Americans, from what I could see, were waiting for somebody else to do something. George, I'm sure Notre Dame is fireproofed now. I'm sure it is. Anyway, I apologize for going off on a rant. Assad, 4 of Wands. Okay, Assad is seeking safe haven, but let me tell you something about Assad. He has no idea, because Assad has lived in a bubble and his whole family has lived in a bubble for so many decades now, that Assad has no idea how to make it in the real world, right? You're welcome. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you for giving me permission to rant. It's my birthday and I'll rant all I want to. Yeah, do your fair share of writing letters. If you're doing something every day and you're motivating people every single day to do something, which is why I'm writing so many articles, then you're doing your part, and get other people to do the same. I think it's terrible in America that we feel like it's taboo to talk about politics. We're in shock about it. Well, we were in shock about it the week of the election. Now it's time to activate. I mean, we had our few days that we could just like be frozen in fear, but we've got to do something now. We have to be engaged daily. I'm still reading on Assad. Assad is not feeling like, I mean, I just really feel like he's traumatized. NATO needs to help us as well, but let me say something about that. That's in my article too. I know I keep bringing it up, but it's all there. Trump wants us out of NATO. I can list about 12 to 15 things right now, and that won't be all of them, that mean it's the end of human civilization. At the very least, it's the end of the United States being safe in the world. Right? So I really do, and let's read on this. I'm gonna choose a different deck. Let me shut this door. Okay, it's a little noisy. I'm gonna read on NATO. I feel like they don't know whether to trust the United States anymore. Thank you, Marby. I hope you're doing great. Thanks. There's a Putin window with Assad's name on it. I want to just take a look at that, actually. Thank you for your beautiful birthday wishes. Does Putin have reason to not want to have Assad in Moscow? He does. Okay, so the question is, so what I see is that Putin has reason, I don't know what it is, to feel like he doesn't want Assad in, yeah, I got that Assad is in Belarus too, in Moscow. I don't feel like Putin wants him there. Yes, Taurus, that's yes. I want to ask you, don't you think that I mean, and maybe it's just me. I think it's obvious that NATO is working with Joe Biden because that's the agreement. He can't get his gold from Africa now. You think that's it? That Assad can't. That Putin can't. This is really screwed up, Putin. We'll read on that. Thank you for your birthday wishes. We'll read on that. But first, we're gonna read on NATO. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll just keep saying thank you through the whole thing, and then Trump will have a problem. Remember when Trump had a problem with Kamala saying thank you too many times? Can you say jealous? Jealous. I'm pulling 3 cards about NATO, and Syria was the transfer point. Okay, for Assad. I'm pulling 3 cards about NATO. Thank you for being here. Please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe. We do have a winter solstice party coming up for the members. I think it's going to be for all the members. I got to rework the member thing a bit. It might be with a bunch of witches. So I mean, witches are beautiful people. NATO, current standing of NATO. They're waiting to see if America's gonna like get their shit together. Excuse my French. Thank you, Carol. Yes, my birthday is beautiful because I'm with all of you. Thank you, Gina. So as far as NATO goes, yeah, actually right now we're still leading. Oh, please enlighten me. What's Article 4 of NATO? Because I know what Article 5 is. Thank you for the witches. The oldest witch store in the country. This is my birthday present to myself. It was not planned. It just jumped out at me. Moonstone and amethyst. I love it. You know when you buy a piece that it's just like, yes, I love it. Joe Biden is still doing a phenomenal job of being part of NATO and leading the way on so many fronts. Joe Biden has the most experience of anybody and any person in NATO. Joe Biden has the most experience, and Joe Biden knows the world leaders better than anybody probably on the planet. Thank you. I love my necklace too. The 7 of Wands, this is indicating that there, how many total countries in NATO now? Because I'm getting 7. Thank you. I'm getting, yeah, NATO is actually in a very strong position right now. Somebody's saying, Brian's saying, your pendulum and divining rods on 4 different occasions said it would be this Friday for news to come out on the election, and it would be by NATO. Yes. I've been feeling that all along, and we can read on it too. They like your take on it, Brian. So I'm getting 7 countries. Are there 7 countries in NATO right now? All of Europe? I'm trying to remember. Sweden joined NATO, right? And then who was the other one? And Ukraine is going to be led into NATO. Let's ask that. I don't believe that happened yet. Russian fighter jets were seen over the Baltic Sea, and NATO is aware. Will they act? Not immediately. I feel like they're going to wait until Russia pushes the envelope a little further. Okay. Oh, okay. You're a solitary witch. Okay. Diana. I can't see your oil painter. Is that your handle? There's 32 countries in NATO. Well, I think what I'm referencing is 7 of the main ones. There are many. Not many. I mean, there's a bunch that have been in the longest. That form the core of NATO. Is NATO going to take action about this election interference? Not just here. 32 in NATO. Okay. I'm thinking of G7. Okay, right, exactly. I'm thinking of the G7. Those 7 countries. Joe Biden walks softly and carries a big stick, that's for sure. Will we be finding out some news about election interference by Russia by the weekend? It doesn't want to give me a date just yet, but it does look like yes. Yeah, 32 is a lot of NATO countries. I didn't know it was that many. Dad joke, what's the difference between the Christmas alphabet and the ordinary alphabet? The Christmas alphabet has no L's. I sang Noel in French yesterday at Church of Spirituality at the beginning. You've got to check it out. You think it's easy? Not really. It's not my native language, clearly. Okay. 3 cards about Joe Biden and NATO. All right. We have fun. If you're new, I just want you all to know, if you're new to the channel, I just want you all to know that we have a lot of fun here. And I do hope you subscribe, and I do hope that you come back. I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And there's nothing... Oh, you're a Sag too, Charlie. Nice. There's nothing that we don't cover, really. How's Kamala holding up? Kamala's holding up fine. Kamala's a prosecutor. She was the attorney general. She was a senator. She's tough. You know, it's like she's got her sea legs, you know. Joe Biden and NATO. The president of Mexico and the president of Romania are women. Well, I called her the president of Romania. Because she, just like Kamala, she won that election in Romania. Whatever her name is in Romania. I should write it down. I don't know what it is. You thought I did a wonderful job singing Noel in French? Thank you. Oh, Holy Night. I'm singing it again on Christmas Eve. Tune in. 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. NATO and Joe Biden. Yeah, I actually feel like Biden is really rah-rah, you know, supporting the women whose elections... Well, the Mexican president, she's elected. But I feel like Joe Biden is helping the female leaders a lot. He's kind of telling them the ropes because he's been around longer. You know, and that's what we need, mentors, right? Can you imagine his... Peppy is Pew Cologne. Yeah, I wrote about that in the article too. You know what? Yeah, Joe Biden has standing to sue Trump now because of slander. Trump slanders everybody. I'm actually going to pull 3 cards just about him. You can only say 1 swear phrase in French. I don't know any swear phrases in French. They don't have those on Duolingo. Dr. Jill Biden is looking gorgeous. Yeah, she is. She's a power woman. And Bridget Macron, which I mentioned in my writing, was shielding Jill Biden. And I thought that was just wonderful. I'm going to pull 3 cards on Trump. We're going to really look deeply into Donald Trump. You can swear in Spanish. Yeah, swear however you want. All right. I was actually thinking about all the conversations that were going on about Trump in the presence of Trump, that were all the conversations in French that were going on that were probably making fun of him. I'm going to ask, was that going on? Were people in France talking about Trump in front of him? Kind of. Kind of. Can you imagine? It's really, oh my gosh, my pendulum. When my pendulum does this, it means it's trying to get rid of the negative energy of the question. So here we go. All right. Oh well. Let's just pull 3 cards on Trump. We're going to do a deep dive. And for him to show up with Elon Musk as his date, this is just too freaking weird. Bizarro. This is not leadership. This is some sort of Twilight Zone reality bizarro TV show. It's insanity. Oh my goodness. Trump dissed Musk. That's hard to say. That's a tongue twister. Donald Trump is waiting for a handout. Well, let me just say right now, if he's waiting for a handout, he certainly has gotten plenty of handouts. This is Donald Trump. He has got a lot of scattered money that's coming to him from dark money sources from all over the world. The Three of Cups. Let me see what the guides have to say about this. Well, the Four of Cups indicates a missed opportunity. Trump missed an opportunity to hide. And where's Melania, right? There's dark money. This Nine of Cups here is telling me, like, each cup has like just a little bit of wine in it. It's just like dribs and drabs of dark money from evil sources from all over the world. It's complex. Oh, they crashed the ceremony at Notre Dame? Yeah, do we want that representing us? Tell the MAGAs to go back to sleep. I didn't see the crazy handshake between Macron and Trump because I cannot bear. That's what I wrote about on my Substack today. I love churches. I love to look at the architecture of cathedrals. I love to be in awe. Like what they actually do in cathedrals, what they've actually done was what they were trying to, and they did. They succeeded at it. What they were doing was they were giving, with all the corruption and everything, whatever, aside, the whole objective of those amazing cathedrals in Europe especially was to give the people who were there a sense of being in heaven, of being in paradise. It was to raise people's vibration. That's what all the chanting and the song was about. It's an enlightening experience. It's for divine inspiration. It's not base like Trump. It's not like Kentucky Fried Chicken, McDonald's, Diet Coke. It's not that. It's not, let me be a bully. It's let me talk about Arnold Palmer's dick. Let me mimic oral sex with a microphone. It's not that. Okay? It's freaking sacred. And I can't watch it because Donald Trump was there and I feel robbed. I do, I feel robbed. I'm sorry, I'm so mad about it. Let's pull three more cards about Trump. Thank you, Dave. Birthdays are funny. Birthdays are like New Year's Eve. It's just another day. You're supposed to act like it's a big deal, but it's just really another day. You're dying to know how I feel on the subject of J.D. Vance, if he has flipped on Trump. We haven't seen him at all. Macron dominated Trump when shaking his hand. Okay, Trump looked weak. He looked I did see a couple of pictures, and Trump looked very not well. And maybe Elon's with him to hold him up in case he literally falls. You're a nature person, that's your church. Yeah, that's my church too. For sure, but do come to Church of Spirituality, please. They had the first Mass on Sunday. You can go back and watch it on your phone. Macron is almost laughing. Okay, so let's choose. In my household, birthdays are your only day just for you. I like it. We're going to choose 3 cards about just the further story about Trump. Let's pull 3 cards about how it was. Yeah, see? Other people are like, I can't enjoy it. They kept showing the orange Mussolini. hype him up with snow. I'm going to actually pull 3 cards about Elon and Trump. Like, what was that all about? Elon spent a lot of money on Trump, so he has to keep an eye on his property. I actually feel like Elon is, like 2 peas in a pod with Trump because he's listening to everything that Trump says so he can, like intervene if need be. Can't stand their face or voice. Yeah. And for me, it's just, even if I don't see his picture in the footage of the ceremonies, I know he's there. Trump was pissed at him. Did anybody find out why? 3 of Swords. That doesn't look too good. Queen of Swords. The truth is coming after Elon and Trump. I am feeling good about it. I'm feeling good about it. I feel like NATO is just, they're making it perfect. And I don't think it's going to take as long as we might think. When you hear Trump's voice, you click away from it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I really do want to watch the ceremonies. Maybe I can get over it. I'm not sure. It's almost like you can't have a sacred ceremony when Satan incarnate is sitting right there. It ruins the whole thing. Everything gets polluted by that. And Elon thinks he's going to be president of the United States. Well, he can't. They show pictures of Elon walking off. They're not well. Anyway. The 3 of Swords is not a happy card. And Elon wasn't even invited. Can you imagine going to an event like that and not having been invited? They should have arrested him. This is the females that are going to be instrumental in making sure that Trump and Elon get taken down off of their freaking unearned pedestals. I did hear that about Trump using his cologne. Is it cologne? He's such a POS, honestly. At the ceremony, in his fragrance ad, I had a lot to say about that too. Promise me you're going to subscribe to my Substack, because I don't want to keep saying it's in my article. It's in my article. His cologne is called Eau du Married. Can we just stop and crack up for a second? This is ludicrous. This is the epitome of pathos. This is insanity. They don't leave any stone unturned when it comes to how heinously horrible and disgusting that they can be. And I did mention that I'm sure Trump sitting there in the pew was a big pew. P-U. I know. We have little kids growing up with this insanity. They're smarter than the grown-ups, believe me. Anyhow, Elon and Trump, NATO is going to take them down. NATO is going to take them down. Ew, demerit. It's too much, people. Substack is a blog. Just Google Substack and you'll see it. The insanity has been normalized, Roberta, but it hasn't been normalized for me. I have not succumbed to gaslighting even in a minuscule kind of way as far as I know. Hopefully the incense was burning. And in Notre Dame, they would have had frankincense and myrrh. That's a good point. Yeah, divine intervention. Yes, we're going to just keep focusing your thoughts on NATO, taking them the hell down. We have another election and Kamala becomes president. How about we put all our thoughts in that direction? What do you think of that? Dad joke. What do you call a broke Santa? Saint Nicholas. No, it's not normalized. But good joke. You felt sorry for Macron and his wife having to sit right next to Trump, but then at the same time, Dale, weren't you really impressed by Bridget Macron, that she helped to shield Jill from... I mean, that was really nice of Bridget, because he probably stank to high heaven. Unite and rejoice in victory. I like it. Let's think about NATO taking down Elon and Trump and Musk. Isn't that a beautiful thought? Orange von Schützenpants. There are a whole lot of people in America that have proven to be very not courageous. Yeah. We honestly, we really, I mean, come on. And I urge you once again to read Navalny's book. It's called Patriot, a Memoir. So today, I was at the park because I was driving and I was listening to it on Audible, and it is uncanny. I'm going to say it again. What Navalny says about the Putin regime, we'll call it, and how it all came into play and been Putin into place that he's been for over 25 years, is it? Like almost 25 years. It's identical to what's happening in America. It's the same damn thing. It's spot on, the same formula. It's the same formula. What Putin has done to the United States of America is the same thing. Your elderly mom, are you saying? Somebody came up to her mother-in-law. She was approached by a Tennessee Trumpster, and he said, "Aren't you happy about the new president?" "No, I am not," she firmly said, and that took guts. Good for her. We're not stupid. And just, if it makes you feel better... What do you mean by Putin is just getting started, Claudia? Can you clarify what you mean by that? There are really smart, brilliant people in the United States of America. Do we ever get to see them? Hardly at all. What happens, what Putin, this is the part that Navalny was talking about in his book, was what happens is, for one thing, the intelligent people are demonized. I'm going to actually pull... Oh, is that what you're talking about, Claudia? I'm going to actually pull... Yeah, but what do you mean he's just getting started? No, that's negative. I'm not... can you change that? Drones over Pennsylvania. I don't get that Putin's just getting started. That's not what I get. So that's what they do. That's, yeah. They start attack, like Dr. Fauci. He's ending. He's not just getting started. All right, what was I going to pull cards about? What does snowman eat for breakfast? Frosted Flakes or Ice Krispies? There's too many things to read on. What happens to Assad in Russia? We're thinking that he's not in Russia. We're thinking, let's read on Tulsi Gabbard. We're thinking he's in Belarus. I get that Putin is desperate and at the end too. I get that very strongly. And if you want to really focus on that, you know, all thought is creative. Chapter 9 of Truths We Hold by Kamala. Oh, that'll be my next Audible book. And Tia sent me the Navalny book, so thank you, Tia. I'm reading on Tulsi. Thank you for reminding me. After this, I'm going to go have some of my cake. I'm going to go see my mom and, see if I can get her to smile and have cake with me. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make my own party. Tulsi. Oh yeah, Tulsi has obligations to Pootie. Tulsi Gabbard is compromised. Seriously compromised. She and Trump and Putin have some kind of a pact that she cannot get out of. Thank you, Gloria. Yeah, thanks for sending hugs to my mom. Thanks, Michael. Will Musk lose Starlink? Starlink? Let's check. Will Musk lose Starlink? You hope my birthday wish comes true? I want to expand. Yes, Elon will lose Starlink, yeah. That's a strong yes. Starlink. That's a strong yes. Will Tulsi be court-martialed? Is that a question? Yeah. Will Tulsi be court-martialed? Are we going to see Tulsi? Yes, I see. That's a strong yes, too. Thank you for all your beautiful messages from my mom. Is she going to break out speaking Russian like in the Americans? You wish for world peace. Yeah, well, that's ongoing. We pray about this stuff at Church of Spirituality. Please check it out. Okie dokie. All right, so here's the deal. We have a few more minutes left, and we have a lot of people in the viewership tonight. Thank you in the room. This happened last Wednesday, too. We had a lot more people, noticeably more people on Wednesday than Monday and Friday. So just so you all know, Mondays and Fridays we do this, too, at 7. I just want to give you my overall take on what's happening. I feel like we still have work to do to get the gaslighting to stop. Thank you, Bobby. We have a lot of work to do to get, thank you, Zircon, to get people to understand that the media is lying to us. If you want to do some work, thank you, Lana, you can just send a message. It doesn't have to be complicated, to all the mainstream media news networks. All of them. Yeah, Tulsi is a traitor, absolutely. Absolutely. I do feel that angels are working overtime, right? Thank you, Maria. I feel that angels are working overtime. I want you to all be aware that this time of year, the veils are very thin, kind of like on Halloween, that time of year. The veils are very thin. So take advantage of that. Use that. Tap into the angels and ask the angels. Thank you for sharing my Substack. I appreciate that. Ask the angels to guide us and to guide this country. All right? It's very, very important that we keep our minds in the right place. Remember the other day I said the guides reminded me that Einstein said we can't solve a problem at the level of the problem. We have to go to, I'm just adding, we have to go to a higher idea. Okay? No, I don't feel like that. Let me just read this. David Gregory, newly elected senator in Missouri, promises bounty hunting bill to encourage people to find undocumented immigrants. Bad idea. Will this pass? No. Understand this. That's not where we are as a human civilization. We're not there. Like what happened over the weekend, my first thought was the energetic makeup on the planet right now it's not conducive to dictatorships. It's just not. I mean, it's like trying to fit square peg into a round hole. It's not hospitable. The high vibrational frequency energy that we're in right now is not comfortable for dictatorships. Well, the energy that we're in right now is about the divine feminine power. Not this, it's not the medieval, it's not the Middle Ages. We don't have castle dungeons and all that anymore. I know there are horrible things happening. We're just in a different place, people. Gotta keep the faith. It was absolutely disgusting that Trump was in Notre Dame and even in breathing distance. I totally agree. I can't get over it. I hope it passes how upset I am about that. It's the return of the matriarchy is coming for sure. Oh, Zircon's birthday coming up too? All right. I love you guys more than words can say. Isn't that a song? If you'd like to book a reading, it's psychic@dion.com, and I have a special for new clients. It's a shorter reading for less money. Repeat after me. He hasn't been sworn in. I'm not even going to say yet. He hasn't been sworn in. We need to stop this. We need to stop it. And so pass the word. We need to stop it. And when we're actively doing something about it, the energy changes and you feel better. I feel better after talking to you guys for an hour. After we're all together. It makes a huge difference. It's not going to happen. Just keep saying it. It's not going to happen. Just feel it. It does catch on. Remember the book, The 100th Monkey, or look it up if you've never heard of it. All right. Thank you, Amy. There's more. I always forget to tell you something, but I'll be back on Friday. I'll be back on Wednesday. I got my days mixed up. We're in a new week. I'm probably going to do a pop-up with Kathy Beal tomorrow afternoon. So make sure, thank you for sending love my way and my mom's way. Make sure that you have your notification bell on, okay? In case we do a pop-up tomorrow afternoon about the astrology. And do go to Cosmic Owl. Kathy Beal is on there with a couple of other people. I'm in my psychic brain. I can't think of names right now, but they're great. They're wonderful. You found me live, yes. Thank you for your just abundant birthday wishes. You made it special for me. And book a reading if you can. Check out Church of Spirituality. The sermon yesterday was one for the history books, and I say that with all humility. I'm just channeling. What's her channel name? Cosmic Owl. Oh, and Kathy Beal is empowermentunlimited.net. That's her website. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for your donations for my PA, for my speaker system. Namaste. Be good to yourselves.